If it's August, December, or June, for my heart sings a wonderful tune. As long as you care for me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that nice welcome. It sure is wonderful to be able to spend a part of the Easter holiday with you, and we've got a lot of surprises on our show today that I think you're going to enjoy. Isn't this a beautiful setting, and isn't this a lovely day today? It's a lovely day today, and whatever you've got to do, you got a lovely day to do it in, that's true. And I hope whatever you've got to do is something that can be done by two, or I'd really like to stay. It's a lovely day today, and whatever you've got to do, I'd be so happy to be doing it with you. But if you've got something that must be done, and it can only be done by one, there is nothing more to say, except it's a lovely day for saying it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day today, and whatever you've got to do, I'd be so happy to be doing it with you. But if you've got something that must be done, and it can only be done by one, there is nothing more to say, except it's a lovely day for saying it's a lovely day. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to bring you some beautiful Easter music. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I'm inspired by all these beautiful spring flowers, because I just can't seem to resist wanting to play for you now Tchaikovsky's beautiful Waltz of the Flowers. And we are going to have the beautiful enhancement of the dancing of Miss Wilda Taylor to Tchaikovsky's Waltz of the Flowers. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a wonderful surprise for you. I'd like you to meet a very lovely and beautiful lady, and I'm going to take her to the Easter parade. It just so happens she happens to be my mom. Bonnet with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look you over, I'll be the proudest fellow in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find that you're in the row to grab your... I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, about the girl I'm taking to the Easter parade. How about a little dance, man? I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, about the girl I'm taking to the Easter parade. Almost 2,000 years ago, the first dawn of Easter filled the skies. Although that day and time have now grown dim, today, throughout the world, church bells ring and hands are clasped in prayer to him who suffered, lived, and died, and rose from sorrow and despair. this is a season for rebirth of human hope and joy and love. When beauty blooms again on earth and brighter glows the skies above. And as the dawn of Easter once again fills the skies, we too, with him, in spirit must arise. Listen as the church bells ring, and clasp your hands again in prayer. Then joyfully arise and sing. His love will conquer your despair. So if there's a stone against your heart today, look up to him, and it will roll away. And like that first Easter morning, peace will come to all those who worship him. Ladies and gentlemen, with the Norman Luboff Choir, we would like to bring you now the beautiful Ave Maria. ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy you are enjoying our Easter program. But I can't help but notice there's some little faces out there that look slightly disappointed, and I think it's because I haven't produced that Easter bunny they've been waiting for. Come on up here, little girl. Oh, I'll come down to your side here. What a pretty little dress. Is that your Easter outfit?
Yes.
Oh, it's pretty. What's your name, hon?
Sue.
Sue? See all the people out there? Huh? See that little boy out there?
Yeah.
He's kind of handsome, isn't he?
Yeah.
Would you like to meet him? Okay, come on. Yeah, the handsome one. Yeah, come on. How are you? What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy? This is Sue. Would you like to shake hands with Sue? Would you like to shake hands? Go ahead. Be brave. That a girl. Now, would you like me to tell you a story about Peter Cottontail? You would? Okay, come on. I'll tell you all about Peter Cottontail. You all set? Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping on down the bunny trail. Hippity-hoppin', Easter's on its way. Bringing every girl and boy baskets full of Easter joy, things to make your Easter bright and gay. He's got jelly beans for Tommy, colored eggs for Sister Sue, an orchid for your mommy, and an Easter bonnet too. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping on down the bunny trail. Hippity-hoppin', happy Easter day. Little Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail, happened to stop for carrots on the way. Something told him it was wrong. Farmer Jones might come along, and an awful price he'd have to pay. But he knew his legs were faster, so he nibbled 3 or 4, and he almost met disaster when he heard that shotgun roar. Now that's how Peter Cottontail, hopping on down the bunny trail, lost his tail, but still he got away. Hippity-hoppin', happy Easter day. Let's go over and meet Peter Cottontail, huh? Peter Cottontail, this is Sue, and this is Tommy, and you've got jelly beans for Tommy, and colored eggs for Sue, and an orchid for your mommy. You want to give that to your mommy, Sue? Wonderful. And we'll see you in just a little while. You go off and play with Peter Cottontail, okay? Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our Easter program. And I'd like to thank Crowsley's for their beautiful flowers. And I'd also like to thank Shipstead and Johnson for loaning us Peter Cottontail. And I especially want to thank you for being so nice to my mother on the program today. So until we meet again, this is Liberace saying a very happy and joyous Easter. And I'll see you in the morning sun. And when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
it's August, December, or June, for my heart sings a wonderful tune. As long as you care for me.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you for your wonderful welcome, everyone. It's nice to be with all of you again. Today, I'd like to dedicate my show to all the wonderful mothers that are looking in on us. It's no secret how I feel about my mom. I think she's the most wonderful person in all the world. And I've always felt that one day a year is hardly enough time to pay tribute to her. So I like to think of every day as being Mother's Day. So to start out our program, here's a little bit of advice that Mom gave me some time ago. I'd like to pass it on to all of you. When I was a boy, my mother often said to me, "Get married, boy, and see how happy you will be." Well, I have looked all over, but no girlie can I find who seems to be just like the little girl I have in mind. Well, I will have to look around until the right girl I have found. Just like the girl that married dear old Dad. She was a pearl and the only girl that Daddy ever had. A good old-fashioned girl with heart so true, one who loves nobody else but you. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. I will have to look around until the right one I have found. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. She was a pearl and the only girl that Daddy ever had. A good old-fashioned girl with heart so true, one who loves nobody else but you. And that's why I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, with a very beautiful composition by Anton Dvorak paying tribute to Mother. Among my most treasured musical memories are the compositions I learned to play as a boy. It's the kind of music I enjoy playing when I'm at home, and one of these melodies that I shall always treasure is Songs My Mother Taught Me by Anton Dvorak. you. Thank you very, very much. You know, a very familiar scene in our home is one quite like this, where I'm seated at the piano playing a number like you just heard, with Mom sitting in an easy chair nearby listening. In fact, it's such a familiar scene that one of our television friends reproduced it in miniature. There you see it, me at the piano and Mom nearby listening to the music, complete with candelabra. Yeah, I just got to thinking about what I just said. I always refer to Mom as my mother. Well, she's George's mother, too. Isn't she, George? Well, right now, I'd like to do a little song, especially for Mom. She's such a young-looking mother, and I know that even though someday her hair may turn silver, I know I'll love her just as much then as I do today. George, why don't you get your violin and do the song with me, okay? When your hair has turned to silver, I will love you just the same. I will only call you sweetheart. That will always be your name. Through a garden filled with roses, down a sunset trail we'll stray. When your hair has turned to silver, I will love you as today. God made a wonderful mother, a mother who never grows old. He made her smile of the sunshine, and he molded her heart of pure gold. In her eyes, he placed bright shining stars. In her cheeks, fair roses you see. God made a wonderful mother, and he gave that dear mother to me. Through a garden filled with roses, down a sunset trail we'll stray. When your hair has turned to silver, I will love you as today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's a very familiar children's phrase that has been set to music. It's one we hear in every home whenever a youngster needs a helping hand. I want my mama. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. We've been talking about the wonderful role that mothers have played in the world. But right now, I'd like to pay tribute to a very famous father of musical history. His name was Robert Schumann. And in his music, he too paid tribute to motherhood. He wrote a group of melodies which he called Kinderscenen, scenes of childhood. And it starts out with the blessed event. To commemorate his firstborn, Robert Schumann wrote, Important Event. And as the child grew and the happiness that it brought into their family, Robert Schumann wrote of contentedness. And then, just before bedtime, there was always the proverbial storytelling. Robert Schumann set to music the story he told his youngster. It's called Curious Story. And finally, his very vivid and beautiful description of a child falling asleep. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you about a very amusing bit of conversation overheard between a little boy and his playmate. He says, "Say, Jimmy, let me tell yous, I'd be happy as a clam if I only was the feller that me mother thinks I am. She thinks I am a wonder, and she knows her little lad could never mix with nothing that was ugly, mean, or bad. Oh, a lot of times I sit and think how nice 'twould be, gee whiz, if a feller was the feller that his mother thinks he is." My friends, be yours a life of toil or undiluted joy, you can learn a wholesome lesson from this small, untutored boy. Don't aim to be an earthly saint with eyes fixed on a star. Just try to be the fellow that your mother thinks you are. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as a kind of a grand finale, here is that wonderful old song I'd like to dedicate to all the mothers here in the audience and all of you at home. Let me call you sweetheart. Wonderful old songs that everybody always sings. So why don't we play it again this time? Won't you join us and sing it with all of us, okay? Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes, so blue. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Oh, that was mighty pretty. You know, I'd kind of like to come down there and sing it with you. Will you let me? Okay. They really are blue, aren't they? Let me was wonderful. Thank you very, very much. That'll always be one of my favorite songs, especially when you sing it with me. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I see it's time to go. I've enjoyed being with all of you so very, very much, and I hope you've enjoyed our musical tribute to the most wonderful person in all the world, Mother. And I'd like to thank my mom for being our special guest today. There's no one could take her place, believe me. So until we meet again, this is Liberace in Hollywood saying, I'll see you in the morning sun. And when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon. But I'll be seeing you. I don't care if it's August, December, or June, for my heart sings a wonderful tune. As long as you care for me. Thank you. Thank you very, very much for that wonderful welcome. It sure is nice to be with all of you again. On several of our programs, ladies and gentlemen, it has been our pleasure to take you on musical journeys to some very interesting lands. Today, with the help of our music, we would like to bring you the island paradise known as Hawaii. It has been our pleasure to visit there several times, and each time we go there, we fall in love with it even more. There's something about the warm hospitality of the people and their charming customs that make you feel so welcome.
Kule aloha.
See what I mean?
Eia mai ko papale.
Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much. A typical Hawaiian beach hat, ladies and gentlemen, complete with the surfboard, the outrigger canoe, the charming Hawaiian people who live in the little grass shack by the coconut palm tree while the birds fly gracefully overhead. Pretty crazy, huh?
love your race and I like the place, and I am proud to say I want to learn to speak Hawaiian so I can say the sweetest things to you. I want to learn to sing Hawaiian so I can do the hula hula too. I've learned to say aloha nui oi, the sweetest little words I ever know. And when I am a kamina, it's going to thrill me through and through. Honika ua wiki wiki, they taught me on the beach at Waikiki. Willakaha, meaning whoopee, I am learning them fast, you can't see. So after all, what does it matter if I should stutter on a word or two? I want to learn to speak Hawaiian, 'cause I'm fully simply crazy over you. Aloha nui loa, the sweetest words I ever knew. And when I am a kamaaina, that's an old timer on the islands, it's going to thrill me through and through. Now dig this. Honika ua wiki wiki, they taught me on the beach at Waikiki. Willakahau, meaning whoopee, I am learning them fast, you can't see. So after all, what does it matter if my pronunciation isn't good? I want to learn to speak Hawaiian, and maybe one day I'll be understood.
Thank you very, very much. We'll be back in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you about a very interesting experience we had on one of the Hawaiian islands. One of the most memorable experiences I had on the Hawaiian Islands was on the garden island of Kauai. It was a ceremony based on the old Hawaiian custom of replenishing the crop. There, a new tree is planted to take the place of one that has fulfilled its purpose and is no longer fruitful. It was really quite an honor, since a bronze plaque bearing my name was placed at the base of the new tree to symbolize that my name will be remembered as long as the tree shall live. I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast. A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Ladies and and gentlemen, I'm sure you've often admired the beautiful hand movements of the Hawaiian dancers. But perhaps you didn't know that each little movement has a very special meaning. And when these movements are put together in a dance, they tell a story. I'd like you to meet two very lovely authorities on this subject, Miss Tani Marsh and this very lovely young lady who has chosen Miss Hawaii. I can't quite pronounce her name, so I'm going to let her do it instead.
It's Delphin Dala Kikuna Klaupana Thursday Po'aha.
Yeah. I used to complain about the pronunciation of my name being difficult. But I would like the young ladies to show you now some of the different movements that they use in their dancing. First of all, would you show the audience how you express rain and showers? And the waves on the ocean? And the rolling surf? And the palm trees? The waving palm trees? Waving in the breeze? And the moon? And the shining sun? And the little grass shack? And how do you express love and kisses? I like it, I like it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a very beautiful song that was written especially for these lovely hula hands.
Lovely hula hands, graceful as a bird in motion, gliding like the gulls o'er the ocean. Lovely hula hands, lovely hula hands, telling of the rain in the valley, and the swirling winds o'er the pally. Lovely hula hands. When our fingertips are meeting, gently they convey more than words can say, and my heart so madly beating gladly understands all the tender meaning of your hula hands, fingertips that say aloha, say to me again, I love you, lovely hula hands. When our fingertips are meeting, gently they convey more than words can say, and my heart so madly beating gladly understands the tender meaning of your hula hands, fingertips that say aloha. Say to me again, I love you, lovely hula hand.
Hawaiian music has many moods and tempos, and perhaps the most exciting tempo is achieved in the Hawaiian war chant. Thank you, Freddie. Danny Stewart. Danny Kawana. Lou Singer. And, of course, my brother, George. Thank you, George. George and I have always found the Hawaiians to be a deeply religious people. And on one of our recent visits to Honolulu, we had the unforgettable experience of visiting St. Anthony's Orphanage. There, the children put on a very delightful program for us one afternoon, and George and I thought it would be kind of nice to dedicate this number to them, the children, and to the good sisters at St. Anthony's, the Rosary. When we came back home to the mainland, all my friends asked me whether I'd learned the hula hula or some of the island songs. Well, I did learn one that I think is rather amusing that I hope you will enjoy. It goes like this. Oh, he don't know what it's all about. He's gonna run the town till they run him out. Or maybe you know why such a cockeyed guy became the cockeyed mayor of the town of Kauai. All meetings legislative he positively will neglect. For some attractive native he's guaranteed to protect. They say he treats them well, and they know just why. From that double meaning that's in his eye. He signs his picture for them, one and all, and he gives them the keys to the city hall. He has a lots of honorary, a lots of dignified college degrees, and he's not so mercenary, 'cause he's paying cash out for these. My goodness, he don't know what it's all about. He's gonna run the town till they run him out. Or maybe you know why such a cockeyed guy became the cockeyed mayor of the town of Kauai. He
wears a purple suit, that's a perfect beaut, right from the Smithsonian Institute. He wears a high silk hat to match his green cravat, and a compass to show him where he's at. Oh, he has hardly ever shown what he honestly thinks of you. His right eye doesn't know what his left eye is gonna do. Who says that he don't know what it's all about? He's gonna run the town till they run him out. Oh, maybe you know why such a cockeyed guy became the cockeyed mayor of the town of Kauai. You can search on me why such a cockeyed guy became the cockeyed mayor of the town of Kauai. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for being with us today, and I'd like to share your wonderful response with all our Hawaiian visitors for helping us bringing you these songs of the islands. So until we meet again, on behalf of my brother George and all of us in our show, as they say in Hawaii, aloha oe, until we meet again.